Do you experience lack of discipline, lack of motivation, lack of willpower to do anything, like even the easiest task, just doing your homework or finally cleaning up your room for once in your lifetime? Because if this is how you feel for most of the time, then I have to tell you straight, your brain is f***ed up. But you still do have a chance to reverse it, and that's exactly why I'm making this video right now. Now, first step is to get the knowledge on what to do and what not to do if you have a fucked up brain. And I mean, you're already taking it, you're already learning since you've clicked on the right video. And you should be proud of that, because not many people actually want to actively learn how to make their lives better, so you have my respect for it. Now, first thing I gotta say is, if you feel like you can't pay attention, if you feel weak, like timid for most of the time, like not only mentally but also physically, it actually might be a physical problem regarding your hormone levels or your mood, like your brain chemistry or something, right? If you have no drive, maybe no sex drive, maybe no libido, right? Like, I'm not a doctor, but if it might be the case, then you have to get yourself checked. Look at your hormone levels, especially shit like testosterone, insulin, just stuff like that. Get yourself tested. But if you feel like you're physically healthy and you're at least relatively fine compared to, let's say, just your peers, the people your age, like around you and stuff, if you do feel quite healthy and how you should feel, then it is mostly an overstimulation problem. Now, hear me out, bro. You know the feeling when you're beating your meat for the 11th time of the day and it doesn't feel as good anymore? Yeah, exactly. And it's exactly what you're doing to your brain 24/7 with social media, video games, porn, junk food, and partying every weekend. Now, how do you reverse this? It's simple. You have to cut out most, if not all, of the overstimulating activities, which, make you feel good in the moment, but then leave you literally broken. Like when you're drinking and you feel all good, partying, dancing with the girls and stuff, but then when you come home, you just fucking puke. You just fucking, throw up constantly, feeling like complete shit, dehydrated and stuff, just complete garbage, right? This is exactly what is popularly known as instant gratification. It's something which gives you pleasure right now, but then leaves you broken, makes you feel bad afterwards. Now, if you're new to self-improvement, then you might not know this, but for most of you watching, you already know all of the shit, so I don't really want to explain it now, but just, instant gratification, easy stuff which makes you feel bad. Delayed gratification, it's the opposite, and it is the stuff which is hard in the moment, but then makes you feel much better afterwards. So stuff like working out, eating healthy, working hard on your grades or business or at work, doing very hard tasks, but that then make you feel much better. Now, what you might not know, because I've literally learned this week, listen up, bro. Happiness is different from pleasure. Now, because you might think it's pretty much the same thing, because if you're experiencing pleasure, pretty easy pleasure like fucking smoking or something, then you might feel happy in the moment, but it is actually not happiness. This is known as pleasure. But happiness is something much different, and you have to separate these two from each other if you want to live a good life. And if you want to live a life which is even better than good, then you have to make happiness the priority. Because if you don't focus on happiness, which means actually working hard, waking up early every day, being disciplined, being loyal to your partner, to your job, to your work, having great work ethic, working hard on your physical and mental health, if you don't make this the priority, I can tell you from my experience and the experience of many of my coaching clients even, that I used to do a lot of coaching with, if you don't make this the priority, then pleasure will become automatically your new priority. You might not even be aware of this, but if you don't actively think, okay, I need to make my future self happy, so I will work hard right now, which is quite uncomfortable, but I want my future self to be happy. If you don't make this shit the priority, then of course you might not even know this shit, but pleasure, so instant gratification activities, will become your new priority and will fuck up your life, physical and mental health, and your relationships and everything that you love. So you just have to take the deal and make the right decision. Do you want more pleasure for less happiness, or more happiness for less pleasure? And the second one, so the latter, is obviously much harder to do, but it's much more rewarding. It is a very simple concept, but it genuinely genuinely changed my life once I actually understood this. Now, I want you to think about this, right? Because just by only excluding all of the instant gratification activities, you won't actually fix none of your problems. Because now, if you don't do anything like with your life, like you used to, I don't know, smoke or binge eat or something like this, or party, then if you would just exclude this, if you wouldn't do none of that because you wanted to like better up your life and stuff, if you would not have anything else to do, then you would just have a bunch of free time which is going to be wasted, and it will naturally make you fall back onto maybe some other bad habits just to spend your time, you know, to not get those bad thoughts inside of here because maybe you truly hate yourself. I've been there, bro. I was constantly trying to get some more pleasure from this and this and that just to silence the voice inside of my head because it was not letting me fucking sleep. And I mean, it wasn't as bad as for some maybe of you watching right now, but still, I've been there, bro. So I know what I'm talking about, okay? So what we need to do is to switch the bad habits with the good habits, of course. So now you actually got shit to do and, you know, keep yourself occupied by doing those things. And I can give you a disclaimer, it is going to fucking suck. It will suck ass, bro. It will be painful and uncomfortable, and you won't ever pretty much feel like doing the good habits instead of the bad habits because they don't give you instant pleasure, right? It's hard. You don't want to do this. But I mean, life sucks, bro. You just have to suck it up and do it anyway. And let me tell you, the more shit you go through, the harder you become to kill. So the easier the stuff that was previously hard for you, the stuff will become easier because you went through all of the hard shit. The more you do something, the better you get at it. So it gets more enjoyable over time. Once you actually can see the progress like in real time. And it's especially with stuff like making money, especially with stuff like building your physique. It's incredibly addictive to make progress in these endeavors because you can see the progress in real time, right? It's all literally depends. All depends on how hard you're actually working in the current moment. I can tell you the last month I wasn't really even like working that hard, right? Like especially not on my YouTube channel and stuff. And so immediately my paychecks, they went down. So now I know that I have to keep myself on the grind, keep the eyes on the prize, and help other young men so that I can make more money from it. You know that first few months of starting a new business or doing some sort of new endeavor, maybe just, you know, trying to build up your physique, of course it's super fucking hard and it will be painful. The first 100 of your workouts won't be enjoyable, I can tell you right now. You can be like completely demotivated because you won't see any progress at first. And it is called the Valley of Disappointment, which the author James Clear speaks about in his book Atomic Habits, which you most probably already know. I don't really want to get into this right now, but there is a valley where if you start a good habit, it pretty much goes like this because you're not seeing any progress, but then it goes really, really high, like really fast, because then it all compounds in a moment, in a second pretty much. So all of your hard work, the effects that you're not seeing right now, they will pay dividends. They will be seen. You will be able to feel them once you get past the valley of disappointment. You pretty much just have to break through this barrier in order to see the light for the quality of your life and your happiness like go up. And if it will go up, it will go up exponentially. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Exponentially? Very much. And I am a real life example of this, not gonna lie, bro. First year of posting to this exact channel you're watching right now, I have not made a penny. Only after I swallowed my disappointment and kept working hard, I got past the valley of disappointment. I kept grinding. Only then I actually started to see some results from it. Only then I saw the view count going up. Only then I became more motivated to keep posting because I saw some results. Because I started to see that it is actually quite profitable for me, so why not keep going? Be honest, bro, like answer this question. Do you think it's easy to work a full year, like very hard for a full year, completely for free? Not having the certainty of will you even make it? Because that's exactly what I had to go through, bro. I had to work a full year or maybe like even year and a half in order to see any profits from it. And of course I was not even sure if it will work out. It's not easy. It it was extremely hard for me and I had to go through a lot of shit to get to this point, bro. Trust me. But guess what? Like, I did it and now we're here. And in 1 year from now, I won't be up here when I'm at right now. I will be up fucking here because I won't stop working hard. So again, if your life is not going towards this direction but goes to this direction, then of course you have to fucking fix it. And I won't tell you what you have to do because you already know what you have to do. You just don't have the balls to go and do it. So yeah, at first we spoke about what not to do and what to do. Don't do instant gratification. Focus on happiness. Focus on delayed gratification. Don't focus on pleasure because it will make you fucking miserable. You know it very well. Point 2 of this video is actually keeping you accountable for doing the delayed gratification activities, which will make you more happy. And I know that it is hard to keep yourself accountable for doing your good habits without a tool for it, right? And for this exact reason, let's do this. I will now provide you a free template of detox, how do you say this, like dopamine detox activities, so delayed gratification activities, which you will try your best to fill out every single day. So you know what to do at all times during your day. Link is in the description or in the pinned comment, I'm not sure, but you will be able to find it, no problem. Now your goal from now on is to pick 3 habits which you want to be your priority in life. The 3 habits which you actually want to work on right now the most. So if you want to build your physique, these will most probably be tracking your calories and eating enough protein, working out and stretching, right, for active recovery, or taking cold showers, let's say. If you want to make more money, then the priority should be your work, eating healthy, so your brain will be able to work efficiently, and getting enough sleep, right? Pick your 3 most important habits out of the whole list. You can literally just, delete any other habits from that list and only focus on these 3. And from now on, try your best to exactly do those habits every single day. Now, to keep you accountable that you are actually doing the habits, you have to DM me your results after 3 days of doing this. And think about this, only 3 days. 3 days of doing only 3 habits every single day. How can you not be able to do that shit? You should be ashamed of yourself if you're not able to keep yourself at least this much disciplined to do these tasks. Anyone can do that, right? Bro, maybe you can't if you're a pussy, but like either way. I will be also doing this challenge since I slacked off on meditation for the past week. Actually, I would even say months. So my goal is to definitely do the meditation thingy in this, checklist every single day. And the other 2 habits are going to be, I have to do meditation, that's for sure. What else? Definitely waking up early, because that also has been my struggle for the past months. And maybe also counting my calories so I know exactly how much I'm eating. So for the next 3 days, I have to 1, wake up at 6 a.m. or 6:30, quite early. Then I have to meditate and track my calories throughout the whole day. And if I won't do that, you can literally call me a fraud. Is that how you call a person that doesn't practice what they preach? I'm not even sure. You can say, I am in this with you, so you have to be keep yourself accountable and then DM me your results. I want to see it. So again, if you still haven't done that, it's completely for free. Go to the description, get your Notion template and do your 3 good habits for the next 3 days. DM me the results. And many of you can be okay, but why only 3 habits? I can do more. I'm a much more developed person in self-improvement. It might hurt your ego, right? I know that. But nah, bro. Keep it simple. Throughout my whole self-improvement journey, one thing I can tell you. Less is more. And especially when we're speaking about doing good habits. Doing less good habits, but actually done repeatedly. Done with intention. Done with quality work. Growing in intensity each day is a lot more change to the quality of your life, and of course the change will only go upwards. It's much better than doing every single self-improvement habit, having 20 different good habits in your habit tracker that you have to do every single day. Every single habit you can name, but without really any structure and not doing it consistently every single day. This will actually make your life worse. So stick to less to be actually able to focus on what is important. And the more stuff you just stack on top of that bitch, you add more on top of of it, the harder it will just be for you to keep track of all of these habits, which will ultimately make you lose the motivation and not continue on doing the good habits because maybe you won't even see any results. Common sense. Instead of doing more, do less, but do it better. 3 habits, 3 days. Comment down below if you're actually going to do this challenge and DM me the results. Stay abnormal.